What's going on, Falcon fans? This is your boy Ricondo coming back at you with another video. Today we're going to talk about Coach Arthur Smith. We're going to talk about how important it is this season for him as a coaching staff. But the question is he on the hot seat 2023? That's the question of the day. So guys, if you have not already, go ahead and please subscribe to the channel. Please hit that notification bell so you know when I drop another video. Please hit the like buttons. I know you guys like hear that talk about. Then please share my video throughout the YouTube universe so more people can come in and hear me talk about these Atlanta Falcons. So guys, like I said, understanding this is one of the most important seasons for this regime of Terry Fontenot and Arthur Smith. It's so important because if you talk about, so we're going to go over a couple of factors to why I feel like this is one of the most important seasons. But the question is, a lot of people saying that Arthur Smith could possibly on the hot seat this season in 2023, and I could disagree with that 100%. I don't think he's on the hot seat, and I'm gonna explain my opinion why I feel that way. So I just want to hear you guys. You guys, please give me feedback on this. Do you see it the same way I see it, or do you think that if he don't have a 10-7 winning season, don't go to the playoffs, his job is in jeopardy? That's the question we're gonna ask, right? So first of all, on my opinion, like I said, I don't think he's on a hot seat, but I do agree that this is a very, very important season for the Atlanta Falcons, for this regime, right? Because this is and you have to go back and look. I'm not 100% sure how long it's been since the Atlanta Falcons had this much cap space, but I know it's been many years where they can actually go out and pick between the kind of free agents they want to get to bring in to build this team up, right? They can go out and they got a full slate of draft picks that they can go in and build in the draft, build their depth even more than they have built in these last two seasons. So this is an important season for the Atlanta Falcons. But the first reason why I think Arthur Smith is definitely not on the hot seat, because you have to look at the first two seasons under this regime, right? You have to look at the history. Arthur Blank knows this. When these two gentlemen came in, it was in the COVID year, right? 182,000 was the cap. That's what it was. It had dropped from the previous year, so they was already coming in under the gun, right? They had big contracts. Matt Ryan contract, a Julio Jones contract. Grady still was on his last contract. Jake was still on his last contract. Deion Jones on his contract. It was so much money on the books, and these guys had no wiggle room to actually build a team, right? It's just that simple. Of course, we know what happened with Julio Jones. Matty Ice stayed here, but the problem was they had to go out and sign guys to 1-year deals to just fill out the team, right? This was the situation. The receiver core was pretty much depleted. We know what happened with Calvin Ridley. Pretty much played like the first 4 or 5 games, then he disappeared on us. And we all know everything about this situation with that first season with the Atlanta Falcons. It was a tough season. However, Arthur Smith was able to take that team to 7 wins, right? They won by 7 or 8 games, 1-score games that season. Pretty successful for the roster he had. Yes, he had a veteran quarterback, but everybody felt like that was a really good season for the Atlanta Falcons. Coming into this season, just happened. We got to remember this stuff, guys. Just happened. We traded Matt Ryan. After the failed attempt to go get Deshaun Watson, of course, traded Matt Ryan, brought in Marcus Mariota, and had to go sign guys again on 1-year deals because the salary cap still was where it was, right? We had the largest dead cap hit in NFL history for a team, right? I know you guys already know this. I'm just repeating it all over again. But we was once again able to win 7 games. And then the most important thing we have to realize when we talking about these two teams, it was two different teams, right? You got to look two different quarterbacks, two different guys on defense, defense, offense, right? We had a lot of young guys playing a lot of plays. We had remember the first season, we actually had a rookie left guard who got, destroyed all season long, right? We come in this year, like I said, playing Marcus Mariota, whole new defense, pretty much a whole new offense, right? A rookie receiver, Kyle Pitts get injured in the middle of the season. So many ups and downs, so many turbulence. Win 7 games again. We have to remember to start the season, a lot of people had the Falcons going 2-15. That's the facts. That is the facts. So with all that being said, right, we was able to weather the storm. It wasn't good because it was 2 losing seasons, but I think for Falcon fans and knowing the things we had to go through, it was a lot less painful for us to watch because both of these versions of the team was really, really competitive, right? We had a chance to actually go to the playoffs in both seasons. We could have just finished, down the stretch. We could have won a little more of those close games, especially in this last season. So it was exciting, and we got to actually see some of our young stars, and we could be excited about their progress going into, for some of these guys into year 3 and some of these guys in year 2. We got so much excitement for going for that. So bring us to this year with all the cap space. They had to weather the storm. They had a plan in place. It really looks like the plan is working for these guys, and we are here now. So this is an important season for Terry Fontenot and Arthur Smith. However, I think they have gonna get a grace period, right? Which brings me to my second point why I feel like Arthur Smith will not be on the hot seat, and that's gonna be the quarterback position, right? You have to have a quarterback in this league to win, right? I feel like they're gonna go with Desmond Ridder as their quarterback, but all intents and purpose, he's still a rookie. He played 4 games towards the end of the season. We all agree that's not enough sample size. We do like the way he progressed every game, 1 through 4, right? But they're gonna probably bring in another bridge quarterback to provide competition with Desmond Ridder, but I think he's gonna be the guy. So because we don't know and we don't have our franchise quarterback, Arthur Smith will once again get that leeway to make sure. We have to find out this year, especially if they decide to go with Desmond Ridder. We're going to have to find out this year if he's the guy. If he's not the guy, hopefully we build the team up around him good enough this year to give him the opportunity to prove he can be that guy, right? That's what the Atlanta Falcons have to do. That's why this offseason is so important. They got to, put the pieces on defense, right? They have to fill some of these holes, some of these major holes. They got to go get a second receiver. Have to do that, right? They have to solidify their left guard position. They have to solidify the right tackle position. They don't bring Caleb McGarry back, right? These are the things that they have to do this year in order for us to determine whether Desmond Ridder, if that's who they decide to go with, can be our franchise quarterback. And then only then, I feel like Arthur Smith could be on the hot seat, right? Now, he has to go out because this probably is going to be one of his better rosters this year than he had the first 2 seasons. So, yes, the expectations definitely should be higher, but at the same time, you have a young rookie quarterback potentially that's going to be leading your better roster, right? So, hopefully, the roster is set in place to set whoever the quarterback is, and like I said, I think it's going to be Desmond Ridder to set him up for success. If we're able to do that, this season will be that great season. Now, next season, depending on what happened this season, maybe then we can start talking about Arthur Smith being on the hot seat. But right now, I think it's really premature for anybody to insinuate. We haven't heard Arthur Smith even say anything like that he felt like Arthur Smith was on the hot seat. Right? If you try to go back to his track record in previous seasons, they had franchise quarterback. Dan Quinn had a franchise quarterback. Mike Smith brought Matt Ryan in. Matt Ryan had a lot of seasons with Matt Ryan to try to get him over the top. This is a different situation. If you look at the situation, this is totally different. And I believe that this regime is going to get a little longer leash on their opportunity to try to turn this team around. And if you look at the first two seasons, the things they have been able to do, I think it has really, really helped them with their leash, right? The first two seasons, in my opinion, has been successful, right? Not towards wins and losses, because definitely you could say we probably could have won more games. And for a first-time head coach last year, learning from some of his mistakes coming this year, hopefully he's going to even learn even more in 2023. So I think sky's the limit for these guys. But this offseason is important. It's going to start Sunday here on free agency, and we're going to get things kicked off. But I really want to know what you guys think. Let me know, do you think Arthur Smith is definitely on the hot seat this year? We know, okay? Let's go on and get the elephant out of the room. They decided not to go after Lamar Jackson. I had went on record saying I kind of agree with that decision. For one reason, the cap space, right? This team is not one player away. It's not just a Lamar Jackson away from making it a good contender. We could have probably had more wins, but where would that leave us, right? Trying to build a team the right way. We just talked about it. If you can put pieces around a young quarterback, and the quarterback don't have to be the hero. You just need to be able to go out and learn the game and manage the game and don't make mistakes, because he have a team around him to help him succeed. That's what we need to do. Also, he's still on a cheap contract. That's what you like, because you able to build your team. We have Desmond Ridder for 3 more seasons to actually build up around him if he's the guy, and you can put pieces. So when it's time to pay the young quarterback, you have the pieces in place. This should be the blueprint for most teams. A lot of teams really go in the hurry up and wait game. I would say this, most of the time, a guy like Lamar Jackson, with his success he has had in this league, does not come on the market often. So I think that where some of you guys feel that they probably should have swung for the fence and went for him, but I feel like this is a better strategy, because at the end of the day, if they're not willing to give him a fully guaranteed contract, which I don't think the Falcons are, I think whatever contract he would have been signed to an offer sheet, the Baltimore Ravens was going to match it anyway, right? Because if that's what the market say he's worth, a team sign him to offer sheet. If it's not a fully guaranteed, I feel like the Baltimore Ravens will match that deal, which in that case, it leaves the Falcons out of all their other dealings trying to go get a phantom contract with somebody where other team could just match it in the first place. So, I mean, you can like it or hate it, but at the end of the day, these guys decided they're not going to waste their time trying to go out and negotiate for the Baltimore Ravens. And in essence, that's what I felt like they would have did in the long run. Probably had a negotiation for him. They give it a deal to get agreement. Baltimore said, "Oh, we can do that," and then they steal it from us anyway, right? So, I know some of you guys don't like this situation and don't like the way they handled it, but at the same time, they already got plans, man, and we just got to sit back and let it happen. But let me know what you guys think about Arthur Smith. Is he on the hot seat this year? And this is your boy Ricondo coming back at you with another video. Peace.